Once upon a time, in a quiet suburban neighborhood, two families shared a house that seemed to hold the promise of lifelong friendship. The Williams and the Johnsons were not just neighbors, they were practically family. The bond between them was forged through the arrival of their newborns, Emma Williams and Ethan Johnson, who entered the world just days apart. As the years passed, the families reveled in the joys and challenges of parenthood, their lives intertwining with shared dinners, birthday parties, and countless playdates in the backyard. The two babies, Emma and Ethan, grew up side by side, sharing not only a home, but also an unspoken connection that seemed to transcend the boundaries of mere friendship. As the children approached their 10th birthdays, the Williams family received news that would change the course of their lives. Mrs. Williams, a talented architect, was offered an opportunity to work on a groundbreaking project in a different city. The decision to move was not an easy one, but it was a chance for the family to embark on a new adventure. On the day of their departure, tears filled the eyes of both families as they hugged tightly, promising to keep in touch and visit whenever possible. The Williams family left behind a home full of memories, and the neighborhood felt emptier without their laughter echoing through the walls. As the years passed, the family struggled to maintain the closeness they once shared. Letters turned into emails, and emails turned into occasional phone calls. Despite their best efforts, the distance took its toll, and the connection between the families began to fade. Emma and Ethan, who had once been inseparable, found themselves growing apart as their lives took different paths. Time marched on, and the once inseparable babies became adults. Emma followed in her mother's footsteps, becoming an accomplished architect herself, while Ethan pursued a career in environmental science. Each had built their own lives, far from the childhood home they once shared. One fateful day, a twist of fate brought Emma and Ethan back together. A professional conference on sustainable architecture brought Emma to the city where Ethan now lived. As they strolled through the bustling streets, the past seemed to come alive with every step. The shared memories of childhood flooded back, and the gap created by years of separation began to close. Over a cup of coffee in a quaint cafe, Emma and Ethan shared stories of their lives. They laughed at the silly memories of their childhood antics and marveled at the twists and turns that led them to this moment. It was as if the years apart had never happened, and the bond they once shared was rekindled. As they caught up on lost time, Emma and Ethan discovered that their lives had taken surprisingly similar paths. Both were married with families of their own, facing the challenges of parenthood and juggling demanding careers. The connection they felt as children had matured into a deep understanding and familiarity that only true friends could share. The reunion sparked a desire to reconnect their families and bridge the gap that had formed over the years. Emma invited Ethan's family to visit her hometown, and the Johnsons eagerly accepted the invitation. As they walked through the old neighborhood, memories flooded back, and the children of Emma and Ethan marveled at the stories of their parents' childhood adventures. The families spent a joyous week together, forging new memories to add to the rich tapestry of their shared history. The laughter that had once echoed through the halls of the Williams house returned, filling the air with a warmth that transcended time. The children of Emma and Ethan, born worlds apart, formed instant bonds, creating a new generation of friends. During one quiet evening, as the families gathered in the backyard for a barbecue, Emma and Ethan found themselves alone, reminiscing about the twists and turns that brought them back together. They marveled at the serendipity of life, acknowledging that, despite the years of separation, their connection had endured. As the stars twinkled overhead, Emma and Ethan made a promise to stay connected, to nurture the newfound closeness they had rediscovered. The geographical distance that once seemed insurmountable now felt insignificant in the face of the enduring bond they shared. The families continued to visit each other, alternating between the city lights and the suburban tranquility. The children grew up knowing the value of true friendship and the importance of maintaining connections that transcended time and space. Years passed, and the children of Emma and Ethan, now young adults, carried the torch of their parents' friendship into the future. The Williams and the Johnsons became an inseparable extended family, celebrating milestones, supporting each other through challenges, and cherishing the enduring bond that had stood the test of time. In the end, the story of Emma and Ethan serves as a reminder that true friendships, like the strongest bonds, can weather the storms of life. Distance may have separated them for a time, but destiny brought them back together, weaving a tale of connection, resilience, and the unbreakable ties that bind us all.